something will always pursue you. Because you're a babe, something keep pursuing you. If there must be a pursuit, it should be you that should be pursuing. But you can't do that until you become a son. Until you grow to maturity. Say, Pastor, I slept yesterday. And I saw a cockroach smoking cigarettes, blowing the smoke in my direction. Man of God interprets the dream. It has no interpretation. The only interpretation is spiritual growth. The interpretation is what? Spiritual growth. Man of God, I was there. And a vulture landed and began to dance. As he was dancing, I was getting all afraid. As he was dancing, I was getting all afraid. And the hairs were changing from that of a vulture to that of a human, from that of a human to back to vulture. Oh, man of God, I need interpretation. Oh, child of God, the interpretation is spiritual growth. Man of God, I don't understand it. Every time I have a dream, I see myself wearing my primary school clothes, wearing my secondary school clothes, and I'm always in the exam hall, and I never finish the exam. Oh, I need something. I need interpretation. The interpretation is when you grow, the dream will change. You no longer dream of them pursuing you. You dream of you being in charge. You dream of sweet experience with angelic forces. Why is it that it's only demons that you see in the dream when there are angels all over the place? It's because it is the negative supernatural that broadcasts into your life per night. But when you grow, the positive channels of God will begin to broadcast the right revelations, insight into your life. Praise the Lord. Growth is required of you. Growth is required of you. Spiritual growth is required of you as a child of God. And I said this on Tuesday and I say it again, that the church requires growth from you as a child of God. Your destiny requires growth from you as a child of God. Why? The version of you that receives the revelation of your destiny is not going to be the version of you that fulfills that destiny. No way. There was a version that received the destiny called Abraham. And Abraham in the book of Genesis chapter 12, and God spoke to him and said, leave your father's house, leave your brother, leave everything, and to a nation and a city whose builder and maker is God. So it was Abraham that received the revelation. It was Abraham that fulfilled it. Because a version of you that received the revelation of you is not going to be the version of you that will fulfill it. The devil is afraid of that version of you that will fulfill destiny. That is why he wants to keep you in bondage. That is why he organizes everything possible to keep you in bondage. In our Tuesday service, I will show you the things that limit spiritual growth. In this service, I'm showing you the things that facilitate spiritual growth. In the Tuesday service, we show you the things that limit spiritual growth. In this service, I'm showing you the things that facilitate spiritual growth. In the Tuesday service, I will show you things that grew before have stopped growing because they have allowed the things that hinder spiritual growth into their space. One of them is the constant practice of sin. As you begin to make a practice of sin, it hinders spiritual growth in your life. No matter the sweet experience and pleasures you receive when you commit sin in the secret, the enemy uses it to limit spiritual growth in your life. Praise the Lord. Now watch. We live in a three-dimensional world. The world we live in now is what we call the 3D world. It's a three-dimensional world. But there's a world that controls the 3D world, and it's called the 4D world. So the fourth dimensional world controls the three-dimensional world, and every other thing below the 3 dimensions, the second dimension, the first dimension, and all of those dimensions are controlled by the fourth dimension. Now, the 3D, the 3D world is the world of humans. The 4D world is the world of spirits. It is the world of spirits that controls the prosperity in the world of men. Remember, the one that created humans is not a man. The one that created humans is a spirit. Is that true? So it is in the fourth dimension that the creation of man happened and manifested and bettered the 3D world. Now see the problem. The only thing you now need to know is that the control realm that controls your prosperity is not the 3D world. The realm of control is the 4D world. So the 4D world is the mother realm of control. The 3D world is the baby that reflects, that responds to what has been triggered in the 4D world. The 4D world is the fourth dimension, which is the world of spirit. The 3D world is the third dimension, which is the world of man. Now see what happens. That with your body, you relate with the 3D world. But with your spirit, you connect to the 4D world. So that in your spirit, you can download possibilities that belong to you in the fourth dimension world and superimpose it on your life in the 3D world. And there will be a change in your experiences. So, why must you grow spiritually? Spiritual growth is required so that your roots in the supernatural realm can be established. Your root is your spirit that connects to that supernatural realm, to the spirit realm, which is the 4D world. You need to stay connected there, and from there you can traffic, download, travel, convert things from that intangible world to a tangible world. Let me explain this with a natural truth. When you plant a seed, or when you plant a fruit, a seed, the seed of a mango tree, or the seed of mango, it takes roots down. Is it all? It takes roots down, and it will never bear fruit up until its root has been established downwards. Is it true? Okay. Let me show you where it is in the Bible. Isaiah 37. Isaiah 37. From verse 31. Isaiah chapter 37. And a remnant that is escaped of the house of Judah shall again take root downward and bear fruit. What? I didn't hear you. Take root what? And bear fruit what? So that tells you manifestations in the natural is determined by the connectivity of your root in the supernatural. So it is the root of the tree that goes downwards that determines the fruitfulness of that tree upwards. Is it true? Is it true? So what in the intelligence of trees, they stretch their roots in search of nutrients on the ground. Is it true? So what in the intelligence of trees, they stretch their roots in search of water on for the growth and the prosperity and the robustness of the tree. There are two chemicals that flows in a tree that determines the fruitfulness of the tree. One comes from the root called xylem. Another comes from the branches called the phloem. And the mixture of the phloem and the xylem in partnership with the processes of photosynthesis is what facilitates the fruitfulness and the ripening of the fruits of the tree. But I want you to know that what the tree uses roots to do is to collect materials, minerals, nutrients that are on the ground for it. That is what it uses the roots to do. It collects those nutrients and it collects the water for the growth, for the establishment, and the fruitfulness of the tree. In comparing this truth and applying it to your life, your root is your spirit. The body is your life. The stem and the branches is what you can see. But you cannot see the root that gets the job done inside the earth. So the root is your spirit that you cannot see, that goes into the realm of the spirit to download the nutrients, to download the spiritual blessings required to power your life. So trees use roots for fruitfulness. But that is not the only thing that trees use their roots to do. The deeper the root of a tree goes down, the more established that tree is on the ground. Because a season is going to come when tornadoes will pass the land. A season is going to come when storms will pass the land. So when storms begin to blow, when tornadoes come, the tree will shake this way and come back. The storm will come from the left. It will shake this way and come back. If you fall in the day of adversity, it's not because of the strength of the adversity. It's because your strength is little. It's not because of the power of the adversity. It's because you have not taken root down. So tornado will come from the front. The tree will go backwards like it's going to fall. And it keeps. And sometimes it can stay there like 15 minutes, like 20 minutes. But when the tornado passes, the tree bumps back. I am still here. I am not going down. So the question is, what is that thing that supplies the intelligence of the tree to bounce around when the storm comes? It is the roots that guarantees that as long as we are rooted down, we are not going down. If you are taproot, your spirit is not rooted in the supernatural realm. What brings carnal men down will bring you down. What brings normal human beings down will bring you down. Because adversity does not come every day, but it doesn't announce its arrival when it comes. So you have to plan and walk knowing a day is coming. A day is coming when the adversity will hit. Hey. In the book of Matthew chapter 7. And I'm going to show you verse 24. Then from there I will show you the elements that facilitate spiritual growth. But I'm showing you why your root must go deep in the supernatural. Why your root must be established. Because if it's not, then a day is coming. And when the troubles and crises hit, it takes the man down like he's not a man. It takes the woman down like you're not a woman. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man. Whoever is hearing this message and you are about to, and you are ready and you're prepared to apply this message to your life is likened to a wise man which builded his house upon a rock. But verse 25. And the rain descended and the flood came and the wind blew and beat upon the house, and it fell not because it was founded upon a rock. But see another building. Hey, yes, verse 26. Everyone that heareth the sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man. There are buildings, but what you build and what you build on determines how wise or foolish you are. He said, likened unto a foolish man, which buildeth his house upon the sand. Verse 27. And the rain descended, and the flood came, and the wind blew, and beat upon the house, and it fell, and the crash was great. The fall was great. The same circumstances that came against the house built on the rock is the same that came against the house built on the sand. So don't make your issue look different. People are going through issues. the reason you are still going through the issue 6 years after is that you don't have the capacity to subdue the issue. Somebody went through it and survived 3 weeks after. And you went through yours and you are still there 6 weeks after, 6 months after. It's because sometimes you can make your own look so, Pastor, you don't know, I'm going to something. I'm going to something. I'm going through something. This 7 months now, I'm still going through something. If you are going through it, you would have gone through it by now. You are not going through something. You are standing in the something. It is spiritual growth that helps you develop the fatness to break every yoke that the enemy brings in your space. Spiritual growth. What you build your life on determines what you survive in the days of crisis. What you build your life on determines what you survive in the days of crisis. Now let me come to some believers and some persons listening to me out there that can say, forget this thing, spiritual thing. I built a business without God. I built this without God. I am doing well presently without God. I don't have a prayer life. I don't do some of the things you do, but I'm making progress. You are like that man that built on the sand, waiting for the day of trouble. And when that day of trouble comes, it will wipe away everything that was built. I've lived long. I've lived a little in this life to tell you that every man that built without a spiritual root is a man or woman that will lose whatever he or she built. Storm does not respect your face. Storms does not respect your connections. What storm respects are the things upon which you build your life. Because the storms will come. The storms will come. What they respect are the things upon which you build your life. That you build your life spiritually. It guarantees that the day and in the season of troubles and crisis, you will not go down. So I say to you again, take heed how you build. It's time to understand that building with your strength is not enough. Building